Hello and welcome back to Songs of Six. Look at them, they're using the bathhouse like I wanted in the last episode's intro. Welcome back. Let's see, are we gonna get an indentured servant issue? I talked to Jake, and he didn't really respond to that specific thing. I think he was probably busy with so many other things in his mind. He asked me if I liked the specific movie, or if I had seen that movie. And didn't really cover the topic of the slave thing, so I think it may have been my own fault. I have no clue. But it's very odd and very strange that both times that I load into my game, I have a slave rebellion. I had assumed that maybe I was getting hit by a slave rebellion because the population was catching up to the actual submission, and that's kind of why they happened very quickly. Regardless, here we are. We are in episode 4, I believe. This is the 4th episode along the series. Very strange point to be at because we are balling out of control. We're doing really well. We have $500,000, really good technology, 500 Dondorians who, for some reason, are not very loyal. I don't know what is constantly affecting there. You can see they drop drastically over little things like services. But with our humans working, and with resources coming in, we'll be able to get things like physicians, hospitals, massage parlors, barbers, taverns, etc. Ideally, now that we actually have our regions, we have our pottery here, who's making pottery out of this area right here, yep. So if we could get clay coming in, we could start to see that boost. We can stop sending money that way. Ideally, I'd like to buy our neighbor... Who is it? Hoogland here? We're going to save up 1.5 million, roughly 1.6 million, and I'm going to buy them just straight, whole, hard cash. Looks like these guys are relatively unhappy. I don't know if that is... It's saying that their loyalty support is 90%. I think that the other races... I had done some things where I massacred them and seen if that could help me. As we're in the northern regions, the northernmost regions, getting support is quite difficult. You can see our populations are very low, and they raise at a very low rate, so it's going to take quite some time. This region seems to be having a hard time too. Let's take away the second level of this, and then... No, I guess we can't... Oh, no. I hope that doesn't keep it at level 1. No, it didn't. Okay, good. We can't keep it at this because it's not technically, when they go drop below their number there, the workforce disappears, and that's kind of where it's stagnating. So if I do this, it should fix that, and the population should rise. We need to hit 313 people. This region is going to be one of the regions that's a little bit easier to control, although it looks like they have a cap. I don't know what it is. I think it's their area. Kind of an annoyance because I wanted this island to deliver us some good stuff, but they didn't really do that. So in this episode, I'm going to be focused on trying to obtain a few more pieces of land, but specifically from guys who are humans, or especially tilapis, like this guy. He would be a good target. He's got a little bit of wood in this region, not too much. Ducal of Fernan here. Let's see, I think he's part of... Yeah, he's part of our friend list here. So we want to avoid taking out people who have friendly alliances with us, but like these guys could definitely go. Let's see, what do they got? I don't think they even have a very large army. It says they have 195 guys. If somebody came at me, though, I'm pretty sure I could beat them up. Regardless, I will see you guys in a moment when I have reached a significant point. Look at this warehouse, brothers. Good lord, I've put a lot of work in and it feels like I've done nothing. You can see we're still out of stone. I should probably cut back the amount of masons we have right now, just to get our stone production back up there. We are balling out of control in certain degrees, though. We have 55,000 coal. That is more coal than you ever need. We have 37,000 grain, as well as 3,000 bread, 2,000 mushrooms, some fish. Our dudes have so much going on. I have a lot to go over, so hopefully you guys will bear it with me. Although, if you wouldn't be watching this video otherwise, huh? So here we are. We've got all of our stuff coming in. We've got metal armor. We have 1.2 thousand Valkadas. The reason I'm using the Pokepokes is because the Pokepoke actually does have a little bit of both. So you see slash and pierce. This one only has slash damage and tiny bit of pierce damage. So I figure why not have a little bit of the best of both worlds. This guy has just pure force and pierce. Technically, they'd be really useful. Oh, it says efficiency for the Argonash 10%. Oh, interesting. I never... So I guess Argonash like them specifically. Speaking of Argonash, we also have Cantors available. I haven't really gotten any of them because I'd rather have my city filled with Dondorians happily first before I start to get another species of creature in my city that could potentially cause me some strife. So I went through, I decorated everything, I built this nice fancy road. We allocated a lot of points towards our admin. Admin in this game right now is very difficult, and we'll go over our regions. We have the regions up here. I haven't named any of them because I kind of like the game's names. I'll also talk about this guy here, Blastin Stan. He is our friend. He's a good friend of ours. He currently asked for an alliance, but he was part of a larger faction here, Ducal. And I believe he split off, or maybe he was his own faction from the start. But there was a faction that broke up somewhere over here, and I planned to potentially take some of their territory. Oh, it might have been this guy. Because this is all broken up now. But we went and traveled all the way down here. We have an army of guys, 50 of them here standing guard. They've got some swords. They're basically holding our southern portion of the map. I kind of went for the Norwegian, or, you know, the Danish approach when they used to raid the coastline here. We're raiding everybody along the coast. Anybody who's on the coast is ours for the taking. And they will send things along the water routes here. We have tons of different caravans coming in. This one, for example, 91 wood. Not a lot of wood yet, but I'm working on getting these going. As mentioned, admin is a huge issue right now. I think that Jake may need to adjust that, because to run a city of, or a region of 8 different places, I am struggling. I am struggling a lot, and I have to allocate different things. You can see I've got this is our largest Winster. It constantly has problems all the time. People are unhappy. I could technically upgrade some of these. Should probably do that now, actually, now I think about it. But you do get options for a lot more of these types of buildings in general. So, for example, like this here, we could get another police force. We have the workers' office. All these different buildings really do help out a lot. So we're trying to keep our happiness up. I've been having problems with happiness. Basically, you're going to be playing a game of, like, clicking boxes and seeing, and luckily you don't pay for it all right now. But you're just going to constantly be going back and forth trying to figure out, oh, is this the one I should do, or is that the one I should do? Or should I do this, or should I do that? And it's kind of an annoyance, but I found myself thinking, well, this is exactly kind of where I'd like the game to be at this point. Just constantly trying to figure out what to do. So these 4 guys down here, I'm always like switching them around and trying to get them to grow without their happiness going down, their loyalty going down. And we're keeping all different populations. Technically, this guy should probably have not this one, but the expansion, so that he can actually grow into the next region size. Some of the regions, it's better not to grow, but as those ones are our primary, like, breadwinners, I need them to grow. Oh, it looks like this guy's able to grow as well. So some of them, like, some of them randomly grow. I don't know what it is. Let's get these guys some stuff to make them happy here. Probably the expansion. Or rather not. I'll keep them at their level 2 state, and then I'll just have them deliver things to me. I do need stone. Wow, they still have things available to send me. I could get a level 3 gem mine here, and it'll send me 32 gems per day. Sure, dude. Whatever. And then this one here, I've been trying forever. It's been taking a long time to get that to grow. And then this region as well, he dropped back down, so he's back below 457 here. Honestly, don't know what to say about it. It's just a back and forth thing where they drop back down. You see, now it's going to go to 313. They're unhappy. Something is causing them to be unhappy, and I really think that the stage costs a little too much, or the stands cost a little too much. 20 admin, 3 workforce, and 5,000 denarii. Quite a pretty penny on your coffers there if you're a new player and you're just trying to start. So just bear that in mind. I may as well just do this and keep them publicly stockaded here. Oh no, actually, sorry, it's 300. That's the level right there. So, like I said, I'm just always trying to see what I can do. This is the better one, as there's no need for admin, and it keeps the population in line. Until you can get larger and larger and better regions, I think that's the best one to follow. And I'll probably get this guy so that we can get cotton coming in. Regardless, let's get back to the capital. I know I was probably blabbing along for a bit there, but I'm trying to explain something that is very difficult to explain, especially since it just changed, and I still don't really understand how to operate it. My best advice, though, is to try to keep regions small sometimes. Sometimes it's better to have them small. So, for example, this region, I'm not trying to go for the growth. If I went for the growth, I would have to allocate admin points towards them. Better yet, I just put things like this here and just have him deliver fish to me. That's it. That's all his job is. He's a little fishing village, and they do a pretty good job at it. Now that we just upgraded that to 100 more, they should start to fill up fish like beyond capacity. Basically, too much fish coming in. We also have 4 nobilities. I have Master of Industry, Master of refinery, master of the forge, and we have the master builder as well. I lost one of my guys. My nobles died due to old age. Sadly. But he was a nobleman. Let's actually check. Do I have him in here? Citizen, recruit, retiree, citizen. No, it looks like he despawned over time here. Back to the city. We built some housing over here. Spare housing so that the workers who live and work in this area have somewhere to go. I'll probably build some services over in this corner or something along that line, because there's nothing really useful in this area. I can't fit many buildings in here, and we have all of our base buildings. I moved the tailor over here. Speaking of which, can I upgrade him? No, but I can actually get the technology for that upgrade right now, and I will go and upgrade him like that. Perfect. For some reason, we're out of leather. I'm going to have to fix that one in the next one. But each of our workshops are perfect. We have 50, supposed to have 50 guys on sword duty and 50 guys on the armor duty. I'm actually going to drop this down to 25 because you can make roughly 2 swords for every 1 armor. So having 50 guys will be making the same amount of armor as we are making swords, theoretically. And we have a good stockpile of swords now, so we don't need to start putting that into there. Our region over here, we upgraded our fight pit, so this is a max level fight pit. We'll probably need another one because the services are getting lower, not too low. We have a physician, a giant hospital for all the boys who get injured at our giant training ground here. We have 300 spaces plus these 2 which are going to get finished very soon. So that's 400 slots for trainees. Should be. Yep, 400 slots for trainees. Ideally, I'm going to have like 1,000 slots for trainees, and we'll have all of our work warehouses and everything for the military over here. We will prepare kind of like an area in here for goods and storage, so probably here we'll have a giant warehouse storing all of our valuables, our Scythalon, things like that. And basically the goal for now is to keep moving this way here. I'm digging my canal out so that we can get access to this Scythalon deposit, which is a massive one. I didn't even notice how big that was. Are we on a actual deposit site? Yes, we are. That's why. So we're going to get in there. We're going to start digging these up. And there is going to be a massive amount of Scythalon coming into our society. You can see we already have 1,000 gems. Ideally, I'd like to get a jeweler. I think that the jeweler costs 1,200. Yep. Only thing holding me back right now are admin and knowledge. So I'm constantly building more and more laboratories. And the reason these weren't built actually is because we had to build this giant ass building here. So I can activate these 2. And I also wanted to delete these jobs. They annoy me every time I go past it there. Anyways, we've done so much in such a little time. Oh, speaking of which, I literally forgot to mention that I got rid of all Tilapis and all Cretonians in this civilization. It's just humans now. So we have 162 humans, which kind of allows us to have a better chance of controlling them. You can see I could also declare days off and emancipate them and other stuff like that to kind of keep them happy. So we're doing great. We're doing great. The whole city as a whole is powerful. Nobody really contends with me in this area that is an enemy. Otherwise, our neighbors are pretty strong, but they're not our enemies. These guys are good friends. Wait, Hoogland don't like me. Well, maybe, you know what? It's because you're surrounded by a bunch of stupid Cretonians with frickin' cross eyes here. What the heck? We need to... We're colleagues, too, which is interesting. What is making you our threat and our wealth? Oh, fuck you, buddy. Fight me if you want. I will take Hoogland eventually. This will be part of our region. But for now... We have 8 really decent regions and access to plenty of cantors if you'd like, so. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Goodbye!